Let's go.
Hey everybody, I'm Marcus Kern from Fun with Balls. The name is intentionally. We want you to smile a little and we want to stay in your brain. This is important. So I started my company at the age of 20. About 3 years ago, I started a side project which turned into started with quite some momentum. We noticed people have a lot of problem being motivated in sport. And this is going to be a massive issue for the people here because sports participation is declining. It's getting harder and harder with all the fancy stuff around to actually have people be motivated for sports and have everybody participate in a healthy lifestyle. We only see one very good solution. We pair it with gamification. So meaning what we do is we take existing sports location, we merge them with real games, but we don't compromise the sports in any way. So the solution that we have is basically very facility orientated. We still believe a facility needs to be the center of a social interaction. It needs to be like a place where parents can send their children, and we don't want to have everybody just train at home. This is like for operators, it's highly, highly interesting on the revenue side. We believe in creating a sustainable business model for everybody, for the trainers, for the operators, for everybody. So the first product we launched was in squash. This has been going very well. We've upgraded quite some locations worldwide. The current record that we have is an added profit of 4,200 euros in 1 month on one squash court on 360 hours played on that squash court. We earned a lot of awards with this. The centers that are upgrading are slowly understanding that they need to change their business model to be much more appealing to a larger audience. The second product you see over there, this is for schools. No recurring license fee. Very simple to operate, very simple to build up. This is the outdoor version we just launched 3 weeks ago at the BMW Open. This gone this far, or actually first this, we sell the hardware. We have a software as a service model, except the multi-ball, because that's our grassroots thing where we try to get everybody join the movement. We also charge the players via marketplace, so you can get added benefits, you can have software and so on. And one thing that we now launched about 3 months ago is our own event branch. We noticed a lot of big brands actually jump onto this. Federations need a lot of help bringing this into the market. So we said, okay, we need our own team and we need our own tools to be able to bring this to big events, to activation campaigns. We work with Decathlon, Peugeot, and a lot of other big companies that I can't mention yet. We're a team of 19 people right now. In January, we've been 10. We have 2 nice announcements today. As of this morning, we crossed the 1 million in revenues with one deal that we signed with Singapore, lifetime revenue, and we've been starting to earn money last August. We're preparing a big round, and as of this morning, we signed our first ticket with Hype Sports Tech Fund, which is our first VC that actually joins us, so it's a big step. We're growing fast, and we welcome everybody to be a part of this.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Marcos. Again, straight over to the jury. They're going to ask you 3 minutes of questions.
Oh, okay, so my question would be, what are the biggest risks to your business plan going forward?
Obviously, finding the right people and scaling. We work with distributors, so we always have to find the right partners in the different markets to bring this in. It is hardware. It's not just an app that you download. It's very long lead times, so some federations might take 1.5 years. Some other people have to do their remodeling. We have to actually make them understand also that they have to change their mindset. It's not a squash center that you cater to squash people. It's a squash center that's interesting for anybody who wants to be active or just have fun. So it's a tough one, but in the long run, you can overcome it very well.
So what is the feedback from users so far? So as I understood, you are aiming for a target group, for example, for kids, but also for squash player who do it like kind of professional. So what is the feedback from the target audience, from the kids, but also from professional users?
So first of all, we start from very small kids, just getting them into activity, not even sports. Even if it's on a squash court, it's just run around, throw something. Okay. And we go up to very, detection, was this a forehand, a backhand, your running pattern. So it goes really, really deep. What we focus on most is kids because that's where we generate the highest value for the sport and also the highest revenue. So far, I mean, who played on the wall? I'd say generally the feedback is always people get addicted, which is nice. It's a bad word, but it works really well for us because people always say, just one more, just one more. So the feedback is really well. We have the world #5 in squash training on our system. So yeah, and we crossed 30,000 hours played on the systems.
Great.
Are you competing with esports and gaming?
No, we're not competing. We see ourselves as a hybrid. We just started this very slow. There's the first events coming up where people compete in our leaderboards. Everything's connected with an app. So every time you go on a court, you log in, we track your data. You can decide if you want to compete in a global leaderboard. In the long run, yes, this is the plan. We're even planning our own formats with a big media house right now where we say this is a new version of an existing sport, but it's upgraded to be more engaging, more action, more visually engaging. Basically, we take all the learnings from esports and we try to apply it to normal sports. Thank you.
So you probably know the question by now. What does your business do to give back? So I'm interested both in your business model, because clearly you're getting young people into sport, but what do you do outside of your business model as well to give back or volunteer to assist others?
We help a lot with federations, and I see that the one thing that we've learned is in the beginning we try to sell to them, then we realize they have a lot of problems even understanding how the world runs. If you go to a federation and tell them you need to improve how tennis works, it's not about getting more volunteers on a Saturday into a center telling people, come on, you get a free lesson. It's you need to get people, you're competing with drone racing, you're competing with online gaming, you need to actually understand that you have to be much, much more attractive to the end user. So we do a lot of free workshops. We go in, we basically try to get everybody to today's level, which is a hard job sometimes, but it takes a lot of energy, but it helps.
Marcos, thank you very much. Brilliant.
Thanks, everybody.